Want to welcome everyone back to Bearcat Arena on the campus of Brooklyn High School. This is the Suncom Media High School Basketball Game of the Week. It's the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic, the 18th annual Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic, and it's time for the fellas. Brad Davis here with Mr. Gallion, who just helped with saw the girls complete their game, and the Dr. Garrett Weaver as well, as we get ready to announce the lineups here for the boys contest. And Alex, a good girls contest. We just witnessed there. You got the call. We expect a lot of the same for the boys here.
I expect more. The boys, there's so many good athletes on both of these teams here. NEA, such an underrated division in the state of Arkansas, an area in the state of Arkansas for when it comes to high school athletic talent for basketball. So this all-star game, it ought to be really fun to watch.
Doc, we look at the lineups for both these teams. I expect to be a very fast-paced action up and down the floor with a lot of highlights.
Oh, it's going to be very up and down. A lot of run and gun, layups, dunks, threes will be shot. It'll be a fun game for sure.
We look at the white team being introduced here, coached by Buster Campbell of Riverside. Number 1, Oliver Barr, the All-State guard forward from Valley View. Number 2, Amare Neal, the All-State Georgia Southern signee from Tuckerman. Number 3, Gavin Ellis, the All-State guard for Valley View. Number 4, Braylon Green, coming in from Nettleton. Number 5, Brayson Timms, the All-State guard from Riverside. Number 10, Axel Heeb, the All-State guard or forward from Harrisburg. Number 11, Micah Dawkins, All-State forward, long athletic guy there from Blytheville. Number 12, Luke Baltz from Jonesboro. Number 21, DJ Johnson from Jonesboro. 24, Thatcher Durham from Riverside. And then number 44, the All-State forward, Cash Gillis from Riverside. The blue team, coached by Chase Hallbrook of Bay. Number 2, All-State guard from Westside, Weston Honeycutt. Number 3, All-State tournament selection from Jonesboro, Kellen Smith. I believe that's a number change. 3 is Kellen Smith. Number 4, the 2A state MVP from East Poinsett County, Tyrus Real. Number 5 from Brooklyn, the All-State guard, Toby Burns. All-State selection and Northwestern State commit, number 10, CJ Larry from Jonesboro. Number 14, Landon Lewis from Arctree. Number 15, an All-State forward from Manila, Rex Farmer. Number 20, an All-State guard from Bay, Caden Hartley. Number 21 from Paragould, Corbin Phillips. Number 22, an All-State tournament selection from Nettleton, Jacoby Jamison. And then number 23, an All-State tournament selection as well from Richfield Christian, Evan Ellenberg. So a lot of firepower and athleticism on the floor today in this 18th annual Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic as we get ready to tip it off. DeJean Brown, Jamal Rogers, and Kobe Boyd will be your officials this afternoon here from Bearcat Arena on the campus of Brooklyn High School. So, Doc, let's look at up and down each one of these lineups and who you got your eye on? Who you think could show out today?
Well, let me say this. Let me start by saying this. It's a pleasure to get to watch my 3 Riverside boys one more time in this game, and so that's an honor, big deal. They got 3 selections here today, but Weston Honeycutt, a kid we've been able to cover quite a bit from Westside for the boys team. The blue team here. He can really play. Rex Farmer can really play. A lot of size on both of those guards, 6'4", 6'6". I didn't get a chance to watch Jonesboro play, but I know C.J. Larry is sensational. I know they have several representatives today, so really excited about that. Just a lot of really good players. Amare Neal, we covered him several times, and boys, he is so fun. He put Tuckerman on his back late in the year. Now, they had a lot of really good players, don't get me wrong, but he really carried them down the stretch for sure and to a state semifinals appearance.
Jamal Rogers throws the ball in the air. We're off and underway with the white team controlling the tip-off here. And Alex, if you want to kind of go through again the format of this, it'll be the same as the girls did previously, with kind of 5 starters on each group, and then at the 5-minute mark of each quarter, we'll sub out.
Yeah, it's pretty simple rules. It's just 10-minute quarters, 4 quarters. There will be an overtime period if necessary. And like you said, each player will play 5 minutes in the first 3 quarters, 5 in, 5 out, and then at the 5-minute mark of every quarter, they'll sub out. Coaches can substitute at their discretion in the 4th quarter and overtime. Players get 6 fouls instead of 5, and it's normal high school rules from AAA.
So we're off and running here. 3-2 early lead for the blue team. Evan Ellenberg knocking down the 3 on the blue side, their first possession. And then Micah Dawkins finishing around the rim from Blyville on the white side as they're back down the floor. Timms to Thatcher Durham is off, no good, rebounded by Ellenberg, and we're off the other way. That's number 4, Tyvus Reel. He gets it to C.J. Larry, who attacks the dribble and scores at the rim, does the Jonesboro Hurricanes. C.J. Larry. Thatcher Durham back the other way, and he finds Ellis, who lets it fly. Gavin Ellis is long. Rex Farmer with the rebound, and we're off and running the other way. Alley-oop pass. Number 10, C.J. Larry.
1:24 into the game, Brad. There's our first dunk.
Yeah. C.J. Larry to Jacoby Jameson, and then back the other way, Dawkins for 3. Not a lot of time to take a breath here so far as we're up and down quick.
Just tag me in if you need to take a break for a minute.
Tyrus Reel lays it in, and that's an early 9-2 lead for the blue, and Buster Campbell doesn't like it. He's going to take a quick timeout. And I tell you what, we'll take one with him. We'll be right back here at the Sun Senior Classic here on Suncom Media.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
Arena as the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic on the boys division side is off into a very fast pace. The blue team leading early 9-2. Coach Campbell taking a timeout, gets the ball out of Micah Dawkins. He's got all 4 of he's from Blyville, of the white team's points, and Rex Farmer back quickly the other way. Gives it to Ellenberg. He's going to drive. Pull-up jumper is good. He's got 5 early points here.
Ellenberg, he came to play today.
Dawkins right back to him the other way. He's going to pull up, blocked by Ellenberg. He's got a couple of those already too. A lot of action early from Ellenberg. Ball's thrown away here, chased down by Farmer. And he's going to go up and miss the lay-in, but there's C.J. Larry to tip it back in and make it a 13-4.
Oftentimes in this game, Brad, and you know this as well, you see some kids come out a little bit sluggish. You know, season's been over for a little while now, almost 2 months for a lot of them. And so it's one of those things where you haven't played up and down quite the same. So your legs maybe aren't the same, harder to get in rhythm. You're in and out for 5 minutes. So you get as many shots up as you can, but sometimes it takes a minute to get going.
Rex Farmer for 3 on the other side gives the Blue a 16-4 lead. You're absolutely right, where some of these guys some of them may not have touched a basketball since the end of their season. A lot of them played baseball or ran track or soccer. And maybe, like you said, definitely not in the condition as Micah Dawkins scores at the rim, and he's got all 6 for the white team. It's 16-6.
Dawkins, he can play.
Dawkins scored, I believe he scored 28 against Morrilton in their second-round loss. Or it was 28 against Magnolia. Dawkins, a guy to look out for, man.
Very long and athletic. Durham back the other way. Ellis to Timms for 3. It's off, no good. Ball will be tipped out of bounds and back to the blue team. Actually, it'll stay with the white team. 6:17 to go, and at the 5-minute mark, we'll see wholesale substitutions. As right now, it's Thatcher Durham, Axel Heeb, Micah Dawkins, Gavin Ellis, and Bryson Timms on the floor for the white. Rex Farmer with the rebound, with Evan Ellenberg, C.J. Larry, Jacoby Jameson, and Tyrus Reel in for the blue team. Farmer from outside will be short as Dawkins clears the board and brings it in for the white. And Jameson almost gets the steal there. a flash of defense here in an all-star game. Who
Well,
would have thought?
I was going to say, a lot of times this game is more, rather than being like a high school game, it's more like an NBA game. So often because it's just up and down with very little defense.
Micah Dawkins with the flush on the other side. Give the assist to Thatcher Durham in transition after C.J. Larry scored on the other end. It's 18-8 blue team, and Dawkins, I believe, has all 8 white points. We're at 5:15 now as both sets of substitutions are getting ready to come in. Here's Jacoby Jamison with the leaner, and he rattles it in, and that'll stop play. At 5:08, we'll have wholesale subs. It's 20-8 blue team. And for the white team, that's Luke Baltz, Amaray Neal, number 21, DJ Johnson from Jonesboro into the game, Cash Gillis, and Braylon Green into the game for the white. Blues not quite ready to sub as they get another defensive stop. C.J. Larry controls it the other way, guarded by Neal. Little fades. Jumper off the front of the rim, no good. And here comes the white team.
I'm beginning to wonder if Coach Hallbrook has looked at the clock yet.
That or, yeah, I don't know.
Because you got a sub. Yeah.
So a little confusion.
Well, there's the answer. They have 11, so they were going to do it every 6 minutes, I guess, to allow for equal playing time across the board.
So we're going to go. They're going to go ahead with the subs. So Weston Honeycutt, Caden Hartley, Landon Lewis, Corbin Phillips, and Kellen Smith will be the 5 blue players coming in the game. Yeah, they've got 11 on the roster, so they're going to, he said they're going to do it every 6 to kind of balance out the minutes for all them. Weston Honeycutt with the left-hand floater, no good. Hartley battling for it, comes out with it. And there is Smith with it for Jonesboro. Gives it to Lewis for Mark Tree. Back to Smith, back to Lewis, and they're going to reset.
One thing I know about Caden Hartley after watching him all these years, he's not going to care this is an all-star game. You're going to get his best effort on both ends of the floor, I promise you that.
White team brings it across as DJ Johnson handles it at the top, gets it to Neal for 3, and it rattles all the way in and out. And Honeycutt clears the board and pushes it ahead to Landon Lewis, who loses it to DJ Johnson. DJ Johnson pull up 3, no good. Honeycutt another rebound. Pitch ahead the other way to Hartley. He's going to drive baseline. Extra pass to Phillips at the wing, and he's long. Cash Gillis, Hartley, little 2A3 battle there for the rebound, and Hartley comes away with it. Honeycutt on the swing, shots off, no good. Lewis with the rebound for Mark Tree. Smith now handling the ball. Gets it to Phillips. Gets his defender in there. He's going to get his feet set, and he's off. And Luke Baltz comes away with the rebound, and Neal will control it into the front court for the white squad. Skip over to Braylon Green. He's going to take the left-handed 3. Short, no good. Honeycutt with the board. He's off and running the other way to Kellen Smith from Jonesboro will lay it in, and it's 22-10 for the blue team. Give the assist to Honeycutt as Neal drives and will draw the foul on this end. It'll be a white team baseline out of bounds. With 2:19 to go in this opening quarter. Fast-paced action so far.
You see them kind of trying to catch their breath a lot of times after a couple times up and down the floor.
Little slip action. Pass is thrown away, picked up by Honeycutt, who's got a steal the other way. That one's stolen back by Neal. That one's tipped, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds and will stay with the white squad.
Could have been called a kick ball, I believe, right there on that deflection and transition.
So the white team down 22-10 will try to kind of get some offense going here as the blue team came out racing earlier and lead at 22-10. Neal's going to shoot a pull-up three, and that one's short as Baltz brings down the offensive rebound. Misses, maybe a little contact, gathers it, and goes back up, and the lead's cut to 10 now, 22-10.
He's an anchor from Jonesboro all year, man.
For Jonesboro Hurricane in this one, the most of any school, as that shot is just off, rebounded by Cash Gillis, and he'll give it up to Neal, who'll push it ahead. Foul will be on number 20, Caden Hartley, and will go out of bounds. 4 Hurricane, 3 from Riverside, you mentioned earlier. We got a couple of Valley View Blazers, and then 2 Nettleton Raiders for the schools that have multiple representatives. Inside the ball, has it blocked by Lewis, but stays with it. And he's going to, like you said, Alex, a kind of a hardcore bucket there. It's 2 in a row for him.
I mean, he had to play in that Jonesboro conference and that tough 6A conference.
And a Jonesboro team that was very successful without a lot of size, so he had to do a lot of that banging and battling in there.
Well, just looking, he's not really that tall, but he's big and strong, you can tell. And
great
just hard-nosed.
DJ Johnson in transition is one of the taller guys from Jonesboro. And it's 22-16. It leads back to 6.
It was tough for Jonesboro, too. They had to play Springdale at Springdale, so that was going to be a hard game no matter what, just the way the bracket felt whenever they ended up losing to Bryan, I believe.
Ray Neal picks up a foul. His first team's first, as the blue team will trigger the inbounds to Honeycutt. Weston Honeycutt takes left, and one of the more prolific scorers in Northeast Arkansas gets his first bucket of the afternoon.
One thing really impressive about him is how strong and how good of a finisher he is with his left hand. His off hand, but when he gets to the rim, he's equal opportunity either way that he can score at the bucket.
Baltz off with there. Kellen Smith with the rebound, and he's pushing the other way to Landon Lewis, who finds Smith back for 3, and he knocks it down. 27-16 now, the lead for the blue. And Raylan Green's going to let one fly at the buzzer, and that's the end of the first quarter. The blue squad, 27, the white team, 16. And we'll be back for second quarter action here on Suncom Media's coverage of the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. Brooklyn High School Bearcat Arena for the Suncom Media Game of the Week. Coverage of the 18th annual Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. All-star game here for the guys from Northeast Arkansas, showcasing their talents and ability. As we start the second quarter, the blue squad 27, the white squad 16. As we go back with the guys that started for the white team and a little mix and match for the blue team. They got an extra body with 11 on the roster for them. So it'll be Durham, Ellis, Hebe, Dawkins, and Timms for the white. Lewis, Hartley, Honeycutt, and that was Hartley to Kellen Smith for the alley-oop play. Landon Lewis with the alley-oop to Smith on the play, and 3 is off, and Honeycutt's off to the races the other way with his 4th or 5th rebound of the game so far. He's going to take a pull-up jumper, a little short as Gavin Ellis comes away with it and has it ripped by Hartley, and he loses it out of bounds. Nice play there to start the quarter there for the blue side.
Well drawn up, well executed. I believe the first year for this game was 2006.
That one's out of bounds.
2006 was the first year for this, and I think maybe they missed a year or two COVID. I
Yeah.
know there was a
Yeah.
year that was missed, and I'm not sure about any others. But
I believe 2006 was the first year I was fortunate enough to sit on the bench with Jason Smith as we were at Nettleton at that time to coach one of the girls' teams in that opening one.
you've been here since it started then.
Since the inception, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been able to do it twice, once as a girls' assistant with Jason and then once as a boys' assistant with Jason Manchester at Valley View. So.
Were you successful in either game?
We won that first girls' game. I'm pretty sure. I could not even tell you what the second one was. I don't even remember. That one's long, no good. Dawkins with the rebound. As he's going against Weston Honeycutt, a little 4-8-3 matchup. Heeb for three is off, no good, and Honeycutt clears another rebound. Good skip ahead to Landon Lewis. He's going to Euro step. Here comes Dawkins flying, but somehow Lewis avoided the block and got the bucket.
Almost a deflection there, but
Thatcher Durham in the corner for three, and he gets one to fall. 31-19, Blue in the lead as they're pushing back quickly the other way. Here is Smith off for three. Bryson Timms the other way. As we've seen his quickness many times this season. As the ball swung around to Gavin Ellis, off no good, but there's Dawkins skying for another bucket, and he's going to be fouled going up. And we'll get two shots. Weston Honeycutt with the foul, and Dawkins will go to the free throw line as we'll have some substitutions for the Blue coming in.
I know for sure Coach Pierce is definitely going to miss Micah a lot. He was an absolute dog for him this season, man.
Tremendous athlete,
yeah.
too.
We got Toby Burns coming in, C.J. Larry returning. Jacoby Jamison and Evan Ellenberg will all check in as substitutions, leaving Hartley on the floor for the Blue team. Second free throw's up and good, and it's 31-21. Blue squad leads this one as they control the ball into the front court. Jamison working on Durham inside with the left hand up and good. And it's 33-21 Blue squad. Durham the other way. He's going to drive, kick to Heeb. Axel Heeb for three, and it's good. Axel Heeb with a nice stroke and give Thatcher Durham the assist to cut this lead to 9. C.J. Larry back the other way. Pull, step back three, off long, no good. Chased down by Dawkins. He'll get it to Ellis, who will skip it over to Thatcher Durham in transition, and that one's off no good as Toby Burns pulls down the rebound. Burns will skip ahead to Hartley. He will go up and score.
Good decision there. You could tell he wanted to kind of give that one up, but I think that's a good job there, keeping that going up for two.
Guys, one of the fun things about an event like this is you got guys that maybe battled against each other their whole careers, even in the same conference, now get maybe put on the same team and they get to play together and enjoy that time.
It's fun to watch. You know, now you don't have to hate each other anymore.
And then once again, we've also seen like Hartley versus Durham there in that transition. We had Dawkins versus Honeycutt, team guys that you've gone against your whole life, you're still going against even today. 6:37 now in this second quarter. 35-24, the Blue squad leads it as Dawkins gets it at the high post. He'll work against Ellenberg. And then you got a situation like that where two schools that maybe you didn't get to see in your career, guys that you didn't get to see. And here's Jamison in transition, challenges Dawkins, and Dawkins going to get the block as he skies. And Timms brings it the other way. He throws it inside, stolen by Burns. Loose ball picked up by Larry. Another loose ball picked up by Timms. Skips it over to Gavin Ellis. Dribbles once on a little sidestep and knocks down the three.
One thing I'll say, we've played almost 15 minutes. There's been a total of one foul. So, as an official, this is the kind of game you want.
Unless you're not in shape, because it's been fast-paced. Jamison inside, no good. Ellis clears the rebound, and he'll bring it across to Timms, to Dawkins. Gets it to Durham at the elbow. He'll take the shot, no good, and Ellenberg clears the board. We're back the other way. C.J. Larry, nice pass to Toby Burns, who's going to lay it in. And a timeout will be Coach Campbell.
He's not happy.
And he's not happy. But we'll take a quick one with him. We'll be right back here on Suncom Media.
Thank you to our Glensane family. Thank you for letting us into your home and be a part of your home. Thank you for always taking us on those Sunday drives. Thank you for taking us along for practice and for letting us learn from the best. Thank you for the countless stories we made together. Thank you for trusting Glensane for 70 years.
Back here on Suncom Media's coverage of the 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. We're here at Brooklyn Bearcat Arena, and in the second quarter, 5:19 to go, it's 37-27. The blue squad gets this lead. They just scored in transition, and Coach Campbell, not worried about an all-star game or not, he calls timeout and expresses his displeasure with transition defense.
I appreciate that, I do.
Thatcher Durham answers out of the timeout with a three-pointer. And it's 37-30, blue team. Inside to Jamison as they cut off of him. He's working against Ellis, over to Ellenberg. Over the outstretched arm of Dawkins and knocks down the three. And that'll stop play as we do the wholesale sub for the white team with Baltz, Neal, Green, Cash Gillis, and DJ Johnson in for the white team. Neal will bring it across the timeline. And we'll work against Ellenberg. Pull-up jumper. Maybe a little deflected. Maybe got a piece of it, Ellenberg did. He's a long, athletic kid there. Good defense. We'll go the other way. Burns is going to drive baseline. And that's going to be almost stolen by Braylon Green, and it is going to be stolen by Neal, and he's off the race. He's going to challenge Larry behind the back to Green.
Good hands.
Good hands there by Larry. Ends up in DJ Johnson's hands, and he's going to score over his Hurricane teammate. Another fun aspect, you got two Hurricane on each squad here, kind of going against guys you played against. Three by Jacoby Jamison's off, rebounded by Neal. He's going to pitch ahead to Green, who doesn't bring it down, turns his body in the air, and lays it in.
The athleticism there, Brad, is I would have broken my back trying to do that.
Hartley, reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Braylon Green for Nettleton. He gets it up to Neal. He finds Baltz for three. It's off, no good. Hartley clears the board. White's crawled back into this one, cut it to 6-point lead, 40-34. Ellenberg's going to try to extend it, and he's off. Baltz with the rebound. Pitch ahead to Johnson. Back to Neal. Thought about it. Drives on Hartley, gets to the rim, going to draw the foul and go to the free throw line. That's going to be on. I said 25, but I think it's just a 5. Toby Burns, first, team second. As Neal will take the free throws and rolls out the first. We've said Amari all year. You said we've, I think, been corrected. Amari Neal.
And I feel badly that, we've said it wrong all this time. But
for a guy, for such a good player that we've covered a lot.
Yeah, and so our apologies for that. Doesn't take anything away from his ability, though.
Georgia Southern signee will play at the next level in the Sun Belt as C.J. Larry, who will play at the next level at Northwestern State, takes it and finishes with the left hand that way.
Now, where is Northwestern State?
It's in Louisiana.
Okay.
And Neal's going to answer back on Larry with the three, and we got a little one-on-one matchup brewing here in the second quarter as Larry's going to challenge Neal now. He's going to take a step back three, and it's long.
And no love there from Neal. He does not help him up.
They're going to get it to him in the corner. He's going to drive on Burns, kick it up to Baltz in the other corner, and that one's long. Larry with the rebound to Jameson. 42-38. White Blue with the lead and the ball. Larry's going to take the three at the top of the key off, no good, and DJ Johnson's going to clear the board. As Neal's going to drive, work against Larry again. Larry rips it from him, but it's out of bounds to the white team. So Honeycutt, Reel, Kellen Smith, Rex Farmer, and Corbin Phillips will enter the game now for the blue team. They got an extra body, so their little substitution pattern's a little different for the white than the blue. Neal's working against Tyrus Reel. Reel, the 2A state MVP for the two-time state champion EPC Warriors. That one's shot is off, rebounded by Kellen Smith, who brings it across, working against Green. Skips it over to Reel. Pull-up jumper is good. 44-38 now. Blue with the lead.
One thing I'll say about Reel, again, having covered him several times, the bigger the moment, the better he is. I mean, he is just an incredible clutch player for sure, as proven by the state championship this year.
Absolutely. Cash Gillis with the steal and deflection. Johnson will bring it across the floor for the white squad and get a ball screen from Gillis. He'll get it out to Neal. He'll drive middle, kick it to Baltz for three, and that one's off the back. Reel with the rebound. He'll push in transition. Wrap around pass to Farmer, who can't complete it. He'll battle for the rebound, and it'll be a jump ball. And it'll go to White. 1 minute even on the clock here in the second quarter. 44-38, Blue with the lead. Oddly enough, guys, we've not seen a shot clock violation in this half.
Weird. I'm really not sure why we even have it on.
Baltz will work inside, get it to Gillis. He'll pump fake, get to the free throw line. Jumper off, no good. Chased down by Green. He's going to work inside. Good strong move is up off the back iron. He'll go back up and get it. Work, no good there. And a battle for the rebound. And we got a foul call, as they'll call it on Luke Baltz. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout by Blue to get something drawn up. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back here on Suncom.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Back here at Brooklyn Bearcat Arena for the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic, the 18th annual edition. Blue with the ball in the lead, 44-38 with 35 seconds. We've not seen a shot clock violation, but we have seen maybe a record for timeouts in an all-star game in the first half with 3, as Corbin Phillips will knock down that 3 to extend the lead to 9. 2 by Buster Campbell on the white squad, and then 1 there to draw that play up by Coach Hallbrook and the blue squad. 10 seconds now on the clock as Green will work against Kellen Smith. He's going to drive right, get to the rim. He's going to be fouled as Corbin Phillips reached down there and got him on the arm. So Braylon Green of Nettleton will go to the free throw line and a chance to convert to 2.
DeJean asking for a media timeout here in this all-star game, maybe to catch his own breath.
Well, I agree, man.
Our officials maybe not in game shape as well, as they've been off for a month or so.
I think that's probably safe to say.
First one off, no good. Second one is on its way from Braylon Green. It's short, no good. Baltz battle for the rebound, out of bounds to the blue squad. So 4 seconds remaining here.
Eventually there'll have to be a media timeout in high school.
They get it to Honeycutt. He's going to cross, get it over to Reel, who's going to let it go with the buzzer, and that's going to do it for the first half of action from the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. The blue team leading the white team 47-38. We'll take a break here and be back on Suncom Media.
Pac-Mail Supercenter is your Yes We Do That store. Pac-Mail, Tim, what's that all about?
That's right, Trey. Pac-Mail can scan that, copy that, shred that, return that, design that, cut that, print that, pack that, ship that, crate that, freight that, notarize that. Trey, at Pac-Mail, we can do all that and more.
Pac-Mail Supercenter, the Yes We Do That store. 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Don't trust just anybody to do all that. Trust Pac-Mail.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
High school hoops in Arkansas has a long list of legends that everyone knows. Names like Sidney Moncrief, Corliss Williamson, and Joe Johnson. What if I told you there were high school legends that have been forgotten? Legacies erased from history when their schools were lost to consolidation. Names like Ricky Norton, Scotty Pierce, the Morrow Brothers, and countless others. For years, I've tried to figure out a way to keep these legends in their schools from fading away and becoming nothing more than just a name in a historical book. I wanted the younger generations to hear about the untold stories and forgotten accomplishments from these legends of the small schools around the state of Arkansas. Schools that barely got their scores in the newspaper and only got mentioned on local sportscasts if they happened to win a state championship. Schools like Biggers Reno, Oil Trough, and Parkdale. Cam Productions presents the Final Jump Shot podcast, available now on your favorite podcast provider.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be a part of the Central team.
Thank you to our Glensane family. Thank you for letting us into your home and be a part of your home. Thank you for always taking us on those Sunday drives. Thank you for taking us along for practice and for letting us learn from the best. Thank you for the countless stories we made together. Thank you for trusting Glensane for 70 years.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Pac-Mail Supercenter is your Yes We Do That store. Pac-Mail, Tim, what's that all about?
That's right, Trey. Pac-Mail can scan that, copy that, shred that, return that, design that, cut that, print that, pack that, ship that, crate that, freight that, notarize that. Trey, at Pac Mill, we can do all that and more.
Pac Mail Supercenter, the Yes We Do That store. 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Don't trust just anybody to do all that. Trust Pac Mail.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
High school hoops in Arkansas has a long list of legends that everyone knows. Names like Sidney Moncrief, Corliss Williamson, and Joe Johnson. What if I told you there were high school legends that have been forgotten? Legacies erased from history when their schools were lost to consolidation. Names like Ricky Norton, Scotty Pierce, the Morrow Brothers, and countless others. For years, I've tried to figure out a way to keep these legends in their schools from fading away and becoming nothing more than just a name in a historical book. I wanted the younger generations to hear about the untold stories and forgotten accomplishments from these legends of the small schools around the state of Arkansas. Schools that barely got their scores in the newspaper and only got mentioned on local sportscasts if they happened to win a state championship. Schools like Biggers Reno, Oil Trough, and Parkdale. Cam Productions presents the Final Jump Shot podcast, available now on your favorite podcast provider.
We're back here at Brooklyn Bearcat Arena for the 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. We're at the half right now with the blue squad leading the white squad 47-38. And we'll toss it here to Alex Gallion. He's got our scoring leaders for the first half.
So far for the Blue All-Stars, everyone has scored. At least they've got a bucket in. The point leader so far is actually going to go to Ellenberg of Richfield Christian. So far, he's got the most on the night with 8 points. Jacoby Jacobson from Nettleton, he's kind of second most right now with 6 so far. He's tied with C.J. Larry of Jonesboro also with 6 points. The second most points will actually go to Real of East Poinsett County. He's got 7 on the night so far. This blue team playing a really, really great game so far. Go over to this white squad. Mostly everyone has scored so far. There's only been a handful of players who have yet to find a bucket yet. Number 11 so far from the Blytheville Chickasaws, Micah Dawkins with the most right now with 11 for what I've calculated. You go over to number 4, Braylon Green of Nettleton. He's also got 4 on the night. You talk about Luke Bolts of Jonesboro. He's got 4 on the night as well. So I feel like there's more scoring going on from the blue team, but with 2 halves left to play, 20-minute total for both quarters there, there's still plenty of basketball left to go here. I expect this white team to really start to pick it up here in the second half.
Yeah, Garrett, who do you like so far? Who's impressed you so far in this?
I mean, Dawkins for sure. He's done a little bit of everything. He's rebounded well. He's shot it pretty well. He's scored fairly efficiently. He's got a hand on several shots. He's done really everything pretty well so far. But the fact that the blue team has been so balanced and everybody is in the scoring column, and that's pretty impressive. The ball's being spread around. They're taking good look after good look. That's part of the reason they got out to a good start early. They got a 9-point lead right now. I tell you what has been fun, and it's probably because it's something I never could do. It's the alley-oop. It's seeing a couple of those, some thunderous jams there, and even though these guys maybe not in the shape they were in a couple months ago, they're still able to leap really well. And seeing these guys lob to them and the smiles on all their faces while they're playing this game it's a lot of fun.
Been a very fun, fast-paced half of basketball. We got another one coming up, and I think the white team, like you said, Alex, could flip just as quickly and get right back in this thing. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with second half action here on Suncom Media's coverage of the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
We're back here inside Brooklyn Bearcat Arena as we see Coach Chase Hallbrook and the Blue Squad getting ready for second half action. They lead this one 47-38 over Coach Buster Campbell and the White Squad as we are set to tip off half number 2. Blue team got off to a very quick start and kind of just held court, so to speak, for the remainder of the first half as they will control the ball here to start the second half. That is Corbin Phillips. That is Tyrus Reel, Weston Honeycutt, Rex Farmer, and Kellen Smith as Phillips drives and is off for the blue team. For the white team, you got Brayson Timms with the ball, gets it to Dawkins in the corner. Thatcher Durham, Gavin Ellis, and Axel Heeb on the floor for the white team to start this second half. As Heeb will work against Farmer, a little step back. Dirk Nowitzki looking fade away, misses, but Gavin Ellis chases down the board. Back to Heeb for 3, and he's going to get on. He's going to score the first bucket of the second half and cut this lead to 6. Kellen Smith the other way, and good hands there by Gavin Ellis to knock it out of bounds. We got a lot of talent on the floor here, guys. 1 state MVP with Tyrus Reel from EPC, 15 All-State selections and 6 All-State tournament selections in this game today. Weston Honeycutt, one of those All-State selections, steps back 3, and he's going to run the lead back to 9, 50-41. Timms gets it inside to Dawkins. He's going to go up strong, and that one's off, but gets his own rebound, and he's going to get fouled on that attempt. Fouls on Rex Farmer, his first, team's first, and Dawkins will go to the line. Micah Dawkins, Alex, I think you said the point leader so far for the white team.
With 10.
First one's up and good. He had the first 8 points for the white team to start this game as his first free throw's off, and he'll look to knock down the second one. That one's good, and it's 50-42. Blue with an 8-point lead as they're back quickly the other way. Three-pointer by Kellen Smith, off no good. Ball tipped out to Reel, who gets it to Phillips, who turns it over, and we're off the other way. Dawkins drives, loses the handle, regains his balance, and he's going to be fouled going up and go back to the free throw line. Three of these guys, Doc, also on the name to the AAA All-Star game statewide, a game they don't play anymore in the summer, but they do an All-Star team. And Cash Gillis at the 2A level, along with Amare Neal from Tuckerman, Cash from Riverside, and then C.J. Larry from Jonesboro, named to that team just a few weeks ago.
When did they stop playing that game?
I don't believe they played it last summer. I believe that was the first summer they didn't have the game. I could be wrong. This could be the first summer that they have decided. They named the team, and what a good step through there by Weston Honeycutt to lay it in. But they named the team, but they don't necessarily play the game anymore.
Understandably so. I mean, that's a lot of travel. That's a lot of time commitment, you know.
They played over in Conway, right?
They were playing it on the campus of UCA. Was in Little Rock for a while, Fayetteville for a long time, and then recently in Conway. Ellis skips to Heave. Who's going to have that blocked by leaping Kellen Smith, but Thatcher Durham comes away with it, skips it to Ellis, who's going to take a side dribble 3, and it rolls in for his second bucket of the game. And it's 52-47, blue team. As Honeycutt's back the other way, works against Heave, left hand, blocked out of bounds by Dawkins there, who seems to come out of nowhere every time, and looks like his head's way above the rim when he goes to block those shots. Inbound to Smith for 3. It's off, no good. Bryson Timms is up the other way after the rebound. Alley-oop to Dawkins. Broken up by Kellen Smith. Rebounded by Farmer, and here's Phillips the other way for the blue team. Tyrus Reel skips it back to Honeycutt. He's going to attack the rim and score. 54-47 now the lead for the blue team. Three-pointer by Ellis, no good. Big, strong rebound by Rex Farmer, and he's going to push it to Phillips. Alley-oop to Smith, who couldn't handle it, back to Phillips, and that's going to rattle out. Tim's down with the rebound if we go off the other way. Skip up to Ellis, who kicks it out to Thatcher Durham, and that one's long, no good. Kellen Smith with the rebound. Ahead to Honeycutt. Kicks it out to Tyrus Reel. He drives, kicks it out to Phillips. Dribble, long distance three rattles out, no good, but there's Kellen Smith with the rebound and stick back.
You can see the fatigue starting to set in as we kind of start to walk it up the floor a little more. They're getting a little bit tired here today.
A lot of 2-on-2, 2-on-3, 3-on-2s. Not everybody sprinting back on either side of the floors. Not a lot left in the tank. Honeycutt's going to take it to the rim, get fouled, and that'll give everybody a chance to catch their breath.
Sometimes you're thankful for a foul.
Honeycutt will have two shots here. First one's up and rattles in good as Blue will wholesale sub. Evan Ellenberg, Landon Lewis, C.J. Larry, and Jacoby Jamison will come into the game as Toby Burns will wait for Honeycutt here as he makes it, and he'll replace him in the lineup. So 58-47 now, 11-point lead for the Blue squad as White will try to chip into this with 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Heaves going to drive left, kick it out to Dawkins for three. It's off, no good. Larry with the rebound, and they're pushing the other way. So a fresh set of legs for Blue as they get it. Good ball movement inside to Lewis. That one's off, no good. Battle for the rebound. Ends up in Landon Lewis's hands. And C.J. Larry comes away with a nice pass inside to Cutting Burns to lay it in.
Now that was impressive. That was a really nice find right there with the left hand.
Classic Burns play.
Good cut, good pass. Turnover there, C.J. Larry to Burns, and he's going to lay it in transition. And that'll stop play with the White team wholesale subbing. Wholesale subbing, Neal, Baltz, Johnson, Gillis, and Green back in the game for the White team. Has Oliver Barr played at all for the White team?
Well, I saw him standing. Odd you say that because I saw him standing over where Kevin Tuberville is at the moment during warm-ups. So I don't know if maybe there's an injury or
maybe fulfill. You earned the right to be here. And he's wearing the jersey over there, but maybe injured, not able to go today. Kick out to Braylon Green for three is way long. Rebounded, corralled by Burns as he pitches it ahead to Jacoby Jamison out to C.J. Larry, guarded by his Hurricane teammate, D.J. Johnson. Ellenberg's going to work against Luke Baltz. Gets through the defender, and that one's tipped out of bounds to the White squad. .437 to go in the third quarter, 62-47, Blue squad leads. And Neal will control it for the White team. Gets it to Baltz, who corrals it in. He's going to work against Ellenberg and get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Another strong move there by Baltz.
Good, strong build, and he's going to work in there strong, draw the foul to the free throw line. Ellenberg's first, team's third, and two free throws for Luke Baltz of the Jonesboro Hurricane. First one is up and short. Great way to kind of close out the basketball, chapter 2024-2025 here with this annual game for showcasing the boys and girls, the seniors from 2025. Many of them have had their last day of high school and are kind of awaiting their graduation dates. I know some of those will start
already?
this week.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know Friday night is this coming Friday night will be. I know Nettleton graduates Friday night. I know Valley View graduates Sunday afternoon up here at First National Bank Arena.
Brooklyn's May 13th.
May 13th. So early May, all the graduations cranking up for these boys and girls. I should say young men and young women now.
Yeah, good for them.
Jacoby Jamison misses the first free throw.
I mean, you're right. It is. It's the end of April, 27th. So
Jamison's second free throw is short. Rebound to Cash Gillis. Gets it out to Neal, and he's going to push in transition. Pull up three by Neal is off, no good. Jacoby Jamison with the board. Loses a handle on it to teammate Braylon Green, and he's going to miss it as Burns will bring it across for the Blue. It's picked by Green from behind as Gillis comes out, picks it ahead to Neal. Going to lob it up. DJ Johnson will come down with it and reset. Baltz drives, left hand. Good strong move there. He cuts the lead to 12.
I'm telling you, I've been impressed with Luke Baltz. He has played exceptionally well.
Nobody picks up Burns, and they're going to just throw it down to him to lay it in.
Burns got 6.
I believe all in this quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Good second half here by Toby Burns. As Neal gets it to Green. He's going to drive middle, go up short, and Lewis will rebound ahead to C.J. Larry behind the back. Will get loose as Landon Lewis, another good hustle play, but comes into Baltz to Green. He's going to challenge at the rim and lay it in. Braylon Green of Nettleton scores, makes it 64-52 as we're ahead the other way. Landon Lewis, the Mark Tree Indian versus Luke Baltz here. And he'll get it to Jacoby Jamison, and he'll lay it in. The Nettleton Raiders scores to make it 66-52. 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. In the 18th annual Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. Amare Neal to the rim. Kicks it out to Cash Gillis. That's going to be a 2. His toes on the line. It's off no matter what. Braylon Green's going to get fouled on the tip-in by fellow Nettleton Raider, Jacoby Jamison. Green will have 2 free throws coming up.
I'm just going to make him earn it here.
You know, we here at SunCon, we did the wrap-up show not too long ago, and now we've got this game here. We mentioned Coach Whitmire at Westside, Mark Whitmire, stepping down as the head coach to focus on his administrative duties and athletic director duties, and so that opened up a spot there at Westside. We talked about him and congratulated him on a successful career. They met as a school board and named John Paul Genesee from Harrisburg, the head coach there at Westside, coming up.
I was about to ask you that question.
Bill Taylor at Rector retiring on the girls' side, and Tyler Riddle of Harrisburg getting hired at Rector. So Harrisburg's got 2 openings now that they'll fulfill. Here at Brooklyn, you got Mitchell Weber moving over to take over the Paragould Rams program. Mitchell on the mic here today is the PA guy, the golden pipes of Coach Weber. Up ahead to Ellenberg. He's going to miss the slam.
He wanted that bad.
So that opens up a spot here at Brooklyn on the girls' side. And then on the boys' side at Nettleton, Coach Bubba Deaton stepping down.
Really?
Going to focus on some administrative duties there in the district. And so there's an opening now at Nettleton on the boys' side. So a spot here at Brooklyn, 1 at Nettleton on the boys' side, and 2 spots at Harrisburg is not a lot of movement, it seemed, for a while there this spring as far as opening jobs, but now we've got
the portal opened up.
Several opening up, and probably a domino effect happening out of that. Jacoby Jamison lays it in and pushes the lead to 70-57 for the blue team. Mari Neal, pull-up jumper off. Nice crossover is off, no good. Burns is going to rebound and have it knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the blue squad.
A lot of changes in volleyball, too. Coaching, Brooklyn, Nancy's obviously retiring. They moved up. Katie Dillon is the new head coach of the Brooklyn Lady Bearcat volleyball program. Coach Montgomery from Westside's retiring. She's leaving.
Okay, didn't know that
They're
one.
moving up. Coach Ziegler from Wynn will be the new coach of the Westside Lady Warriors.
That time of year, we see a lot of movement as DJ Johnson battles on the board down there to lay it in. 70-59 now the blue squad. CJ Larry working against Neal, which has been a kind of a fun matchup we've watched. The two Division I signees going after it. Burns, nice hustle play, saved it, but will be backcourt. 36.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blue 70, white 59. As Blue raced out to an early lead, and White's just kind of not been able to get over the hump. They've cut it to 6 a few times, but Blue will come right back out as Neal comes off the down screen and is off on his three. Burns with the rebound. And a timeout by Coach Hallbrook on the blue team to have a chance to run a play here with 23.6 seconds. We'll be right back. Short break here on Suncom Media.
Thank you to our Glensane family. Thank you for letting us into your home and be a part of your home. Thank you for always taking us on those Sunday drives. Thank you for taking us along for practice and for letting us learn from the best. Thank you for the countless stories we made together. Thank you for trusting Glensane for 70 years.
We are back here at Brooklyn Bearcat Arena 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic as we get a in-depth look at Coach Buster Campbell and the white squad coming out of this timeout. They trail the blue squad at 70-59 blue as Coach Chase Hallbrook called a timeout there with 23.6 to go in the third to draw a play up for his blue squad. As Toby Burns of Brooklyn will trigger the inbounds pass. They're going to double team CJ Larry, or Neal, and DJ Johnson. They'll get it into Lewis, who'll get it back to CJ Larry, who will cross. Guarded by fellow Hurricane, DJ Johnson. One of the fun aspects. Cash Gillis coming to trap the ball. They get it over to Jacoby Jamison, who attacks. Good footwork there as he goes up against former Raider Braylon Green and draws the foul. Green hit him beside the head according to an animated DeJean Brown. Jamison back at the free throw line. He's had several this quarter. He'll shoot two. First one up and no good. 4.9 on the clock now, so make or miss here. We'll see what the white squad has going here in transition. Is Landon Lewis already finding Neal over here and face guarding him, not going to let him get the inbound. Jamison's second is good.
And he lets him get the inbound.
Neal that gets it anyway. He's going to get it up ahead to Lewis, or Cash Gillis, who lost the handle, but Neal was able to corral it, get a shot off. It doesn't go, and at the end of the third, it is 71-59 blue squad, and we're going to step away and be back with fourth quarter action here on Suncom Media.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Pac-Bell Supercenter is your Yes We Do That store. Pac-Bell, Tim, what's that all about?
That's right, Trey. Pac-Mel can scan that, copy that, shred that, return that, design that, cut that, print that, pack that, ship that, crate that, freight that, notarize that. Trey, at Pac-Mel, we can do all that and more.
Pac-Bell Supercenter, the Yes We Do That store. 361 Southwest Drive at Jonesboro. Don't trust just anybody to do all that. Trust Pac-Bell.
We are back here at Brooklyn Bearcat Arena, host site of the 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. As we head to the fourth quarter, white team with the ball as DJ Johnson will knock down the three. The Jonesboro Hurricane cuts the lead to 9. It's blue 71, white 62. And the substitution pattern here in the fourth quarter is a little more free for both these coaches. And it's a 9-point game, which this one could end up being a good ball game.
You'll see a little more defense played in this quarter, too.
Honeycutt gets it into Farmer. Free throw jumper, no good. Chase down, offensive rebound by Burns. Back out to him. He's going to take a 2 with a toe on the line. And Caden Hartley chases the rebound down, but it goes out of bounds. White team ball down 9. Here's Neal in transition. Out to Johnson. Spin move, go up over Farmer, and he's going to draw 2 free throws. They're going to get Rex Farmer with the foul. And DJ Johnson of the Jonesboro Hurricane will have 2 free throws coming up. White team coached by Buster Campbell and Doc. We spoke a little bit off air about the Campbell family, and they lost 2 matriarchs really of the family, and here recently with his mother and grandmother.
Mm-hmm. Just a really tough situation. Coach Campbell lost his mom several days ago. Miss Campbell, Miss Linda Campbell, her mother passed the other day as well. It's just been a really tough stretch the last few days. So hearts and thoughts and our prayers for sure go out to their family. Just been a tough little stretch for them.
And as we kind of honor Northeast Arkansas basketball with this thing today, the Campbell family being such a big part of NEA basketball as a whole, and obviously thoughts and prayers from all over Northeast Arkansas to that family in there as they lose 2 matriarchs of that family.
Well, they've just done so much for the community. Several communities, several school districts, just tremendous.
Weston Honeycutt extends the lead to 10. We go back the other way. Braylon Campbell cutting. And that was a follow-up dunk by Micah Dawkins, but the goaltending was the cause above the cylinder. Coach Chase Hallbrook all over to John Brown saying you weren't going to call it. And he says, hey, it's an all-star game. We kind of let them go. 3-pointer by Rex Farmer on the other end's good. And that runs the blue lead back to 13, 76-63.
White was knocking on the door, and blue slammed it shut there.
Once again, they've kind of crawled back over, but a couple buckets in plays by the blue squad. Is there a nice, strong move there by Luke Baltz? So count the bucket and 1 foul on Rex Farmer. And Baltz will go to the free throw line looking to cut the lead back to 10.
Baltz with 9 points on the night, looking for double digits if he can hit this.
I love the music in the background.
Yep. Also, the newly named Paraguay Lady Ram coach, Mitchell Weber, down there with the golden pipes, velvety tones on the mic, and then the playlist working in the background music like an NBA game.
Yeah.
We talked about the Campbell family. Lane Campbell getting married last night.
It's been an eventful little stretch for them, huh? Congrats to Lane.
Congratulations to Lane and his Miss Hannah, his new wife.
I would say congrats to her, but she's marrying Lane. So
yeah, I don't know if it's congratulations or I'm sorry.
So congrats to Lane.
Fadeaway shot there by Smith, no good. Rebound by DJ Johnson, and Neal will bring it across for the White. As he gets through the defense and lays it in to cut the lead to 9, 76-67 with 7:35 to go in this game. Honeycutt back the other way. Fadeaway 2 over Johnson. The rebound's going to be knocked out of bounds and stay with the blue squad. Inbound to Honeycutt. They're going to skip over to Rex Farmer off his fingertips and out of bounds the other way. So another chance here for the White to cut back into this blue team lead, who's led from the opening tip. Evan Ellenberg hit a three to give them the lead, 3-0, and they've not relinquished it. Three there is off no good, rebounded by Farmer, and he's going to be fouled, so it'll be blue basketball.
I feel like White cut it to 6 maybe there in the second quarter right before half, and since then it's been really 9 or more.
Yeah, I feel like 6 a couple times. They've just not been able to get over that hump. Skip pass to Burns in the corner for 3. Off no good. Rebound DJ Johnson. And he'll bring it across against Hurricane teammate Kellen Smith. Gets it to Neal. Back cut, knocked away there by Weston Honeycutt. And that's going to bring in substitutions. Tyrus Reel, Evan Ellenberg, Corbin Phillips, C.J. Larry, and Jacoby Jamison back in the game for the Blue Squad. 6:43 to go in this one. 76-67. Blue Squad with the lead. Inbound to Neal. Getting it up top to Dawkins. He's going to drive, miss the layup. Rebound by C.J. Larry up ahead to Ellenberg, who was chased down by Braylon Green, who will stand out of bounds. Ellenberg just threw it to him, and he was out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Blue Squad. Reel's going to drive to the rim. Finds a good cutting, or nice pass to a cutting C.J. Larry.
That was nice.
And it's back to 11, 78-67. .6:05 to go in this one. Dawkins screens for Neal. Gets it to him in the middle. He's going up strong. Gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Number 10, C.J. Larry. His first. As players get 6 fouls in this game. Nobody's, I think, knocking on that door. No foul trouble on either side. First Dawkins free throws up and good.
Chance to cut it back to single digits.
Up and good, and gets there to 78-69. As the White will need a stop here. C.J. Larry challenges his Hurricane teammate, DJ Johnson. That one's off. Braylon Green with the rebound back the other way. Hits Neal in the corner for 3. It's short, no good, and Jacoby Jamison skies for the rebound. Up ahead to Reel, who's going to find a cutting Evan Ellenberg on the opposite side for a nice pass and the bucket.
Wow.
Pass up ahead to Dawkins, who will flush it home.
How did that sneak through there?
Nice pass and catch there by Dawkins, as you're right. Ellenberg and Jamison were both there, and Dawkins came out with it somehow.
Perfectly placed, but even better concentration by Dawkins.
Reel's 3 off, no good, knocked out of bounds. And we'll go to, actually we'll stay with the blue team. As Coach Campbell will use his 3rd time out of the game. With 5:15 to go in this one, it's 80-71 Blue Squad. We'll be back here for the Sun Senior Classic.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Back here live on Suncom Media. The 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic here at Brooklyn Bearcat Arena. We saw Coach Campbell there talking to his White squad. You see Coach Hallbrook there and drawing something up here for the blue team, coming out with an 80-71 lead, the blue squad, here in the 4th quarter. And what's been a good basketball game. Up and down, fast pace.
Competitive.
Very
Blue,
competitive.
Blue has held the advantage like we've talked about, but still it's White has not laid down at this point. So
9-point Blue lead, 5:10 to go in this one. As Jameson's going to work on Baltz. Turnaround jumper rattles out, no good, and Amare Neal's going to get the rebound, bring it across. Elbow jumper by Neal's off, no good, and here's C.J. Larry bringing it across for the Blue squad, and that'll be tipped out of bounds and stay down here. Larry enters it into Jacoby Jameson. Pull up jumper by Jameson is pure, and it's 82-71.
Jacoby Jameson.
Neal back the other way as the White squad looks to get ready to wholesale sub here. Braylon Green tried to go in there and put on a highlight as that was just off.
He about did.
That was very nice, even though he didn't finish it. Larry working against Luke Baltz. 3 by Jacoby Jameson is good. And that'll stop play for the substitutions for the White. Gavin Ellis, Brayson Timms, Axel Heeb, Thatcher Durham, and Cash Gillis will come into the game for the White squad. 85-71 with 4 minutes to go in this one. Blue squad with the lead. Timms to Heeb in the corner. That one's short to Jameson. Here comes Tyrus Real the other way. He's going to challenge Timms, and Brayson Timms goes and blocks it off the glass out of bounds.
How often have you said that?
I've never said it. I don't know if y'all have.
I've never said it either. I've never said it either.
Very nicely done there. Ball stolen on the inbounds by Thatcher Durham, and he's pushing the other way. Pitches ahead to Heeb. Nice find in transition. Axel Heeb with the bucket. 85-73, White team trails the Blue. Jameson working against Durham. Gets it to Larry. Durham switches to him, and C.J. Larry gets to the rim. Misses, gets the rebound out. Ellenberg from deep with a contested hand by Cash Gillis, and he still knocks it down. So Weston Honeycutt, Rex Farmer, Landon Lewis, Kellen Smith, and Toby Burns now in the game for the Blue squad. 88-73, 15-point Blue team lead. 3:13 to go in this one as Timms picks it up in half. Durham cuts under, works against Burns, has it blocked. Picked up by Smith, and here comes Kellen Smith for the slam. Timms going to drive, try to kick it out, but he'll draw the foul on Honeycutt. Third team foul, or third individual foul on Honeycutt. That may be a game leader. Heeb for 3, short, no good, rebounded by Durham. Kicks it out to Timms. Fellow Rebel knocks it down. Rebel to Rebel there. Thatcher Durham to Brayson Timms for 3. And with under 2:30 now, it's 90-76 Blue team. Honeycutt over Timms. Rattles out, no good. There's Rex Farmer with the rebound and stick back at the Manila line. Makes it 92-76. Screen and roll there. Get it inside to Durham, who finds Gillis from 15 feet. It rattles out. Toby Burns with the rebound. Has it poked away by Durham, but he'll keep it. He finds Kellen Smith on the other side in transition. Alley-oop to Honeycutt is a little too much, too high. As Ellis is going to pitch ahead to Durham. challenges Burns and lays it up and in.
It's a nice finish there by Thatcher. One thing I like to see, kind of talk pregame, you know, Riverside through and through. I love all these schools in this area, but it's really good to see the three Riverside boys get to be on the floor together one last time the last couple minutes of this one.
Landon Lewis, nobody picked him up. He lays it in, and then Gavin Ellis finds Axel Heave and streaking down the other end for a layup. Rex Farmer on this end for three, no good. Rebounded by Smith. He lays it in.
You're going to see a flurry of points the last 60 seconds of this one.
Inbounds now to Gillis. He gets it back to Timms. He gets it to Gillis, over to Heeb for three at the top of the key, and it's short. Three by Rex Farmer's off, no good. Rebounded by Burns, stick up and in. And that's 98-80 as Blues trying to get to 100. Over to Durham in the corner for three, and that one's good. Gavin Ellis finds Thatcher Durham, and Ellis is picking up full court, 98-83.
Here goes Honeycutt to the bucket. Well,
he's going to throw a lob to Kellen Smith, up and under, and that'll break the century mark for the blue team. 183 on Kellen Smith's lay-in. He now the other end for three. It's short, no good. Gillis with the rebound to Ellis. His three's off, no good. And a pitch ahead to Honeycutt, who'll slam and dunk, and that'll be the exclamation point for the 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. As the horn blows, the Weston Honeycutt slam makes it 102-83 Blue Squad with the victory over the White Squad in a fun afternoon of basketball here from Brooklyn Bearcat Arena. Doc, kind of sum up what you saw there, some highlights for you and who you liked on the floor.
Well, the Weston Honeycutt dunk at the end there is a great way to cap this one off. I felt like a lot of players today played really well. You could tell some are a little out of rhythm. Obviously, that's expected. But just all in all, good, fun basketball, a lot of smiles. Everybody's happy. Everybody's excited. It's an honor to be out here. So you want everybody on the floor to just really just relish the moment, and it's something you can look back on pictures and say, hey, I was a part of that.
Alex, you got to see both games, call both games today, and just a fun afternoon of basketball to close out the 2024-2025 season here in Bearcat Arena.
Oh, I mean, I've had the honor and privilege to be able to cover this All-Star game the last 3 years in a row now, so this is my third year doing any kind of form of announcing for the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. But, man, this is such a fun All-Star game. A lot of these kids are not going to get the ability to play in like the official AAA All-Star game that is in Conway. So it's awesome that we have a special group of people here in Jonesboro that wants to showcase our kids and our students here in Northeast Arkansas.
Absolutely. They are now announcing the most valuable player of the game, and that will be the Nettleton Raider, Jacoby Jamison, the most valuable player of the 2025 Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. You see sports editor Kevin Tuberville of the Jonesboro Sun presenting Jacoby Jamison with his MVP award for the 2025 basketball game.
Jacoby with 15 points tonight. He actually tied Keelan Smith, so I think that MVP trophy could have went towards him or Keelan. But that blue team, man, they played a phenomenal game. But I really think the effort from both squads, they weren't lacking on defense. Any side wasn't. So I just love how competitive the game truly was.
Yeah, you're right. Like, there wasn't any kind of phoning it in. They were both getting after it, both ends of the floor.
You could tell both teams wanted it.
Scholarship winner for the White Squad, Axel Heeb of Harrisburg, in another great thing this thing brings out is a scholarship winner for both teams, Axel Heeb of Harrisburg. And then there's Kellen Smith from Jonesboro. You just mentioned his name.
Well, he got a good reward today, too.
Yeah, a little bit of scholarship money.
Yeah.
So Axel Heeb, Kellen Smith getting scholarships there from the Jonesboro Sun, along with your MVP of the game, Jacoby Jamison of Nettleton. So
Smith was so underrated this year in Class 6A, man. It was unfortunate what happened with Jonesboro having to play Springdale at Springdale, but, man, that was such a fun Hurricane team to watch this year.
A lot of good basketball. We covered that on kind of the wrap-up show. A lot of great teams. Today was able to showcase those individuals, those seniors. As you see the White Squad there, coached by Buster Campbell. And, Coach Hall there, always with Coach Campbell there sitting with the bench on him today. Well deserved by those two. And then you see the victors today, 102-83, the blue squad, and Coach Chase Hallbrook and his squad. Jacoby Jameson of Nettleton, your MVP. And you got the blue squad there with the balanced attack in the victory today in the 2025 edition of the Jonesboro Sun Senior Classic. So once again, another great event to wrap up another great season of basketball here in Northeast Arkansas. Guys, just kind of one last thought on maybe the whole season as a whole, Alex, kind of.
It was awesome. Even when it came down to all the classifications and the playoffs for all the teams, Northeast Arkansas, they did a great job this year when it came to the postseason. A lot of state championship teams, especially in the 1 and 2A, came out of Northeast Arkansas. So overall, I think it's an awesome season. Basketball is my favorite sport. I don't think it gets any better than this. I'm excited for football coming up, but, man, nothing beats high school basketball in the great state of Arkansas.
Doc, your final thoughts on the season?
Personally, I'm just super excited we get to do this every year.
Absolutely.
It's just an honor, and you get to sit here and watch some great basketball and make a little money off of it and just enjoy the time that I get with you two. I mean that. I'm not saying it because you're sitting right here. I enjoy that. Enjoy getting to call games with both of you, and it truly is an honor. So I thank Suncom very much for everything they do. All these schools for allowing us to come in to broadcast these games for these athletes. It's tremendous. It's been another fun year. A lot of great basketball along the way. Only a few short months till next season. So.
And I'll echo that sentiment. Just the opportunity to get to do this, to go into different schools and different gyms and get those big time matchups and get to stream those and broadcast. Very thankful for that. We are very thankful here at Suncom for all the sponsors. Suncom Media, all the sponsors that allow us to do this, for all the school districts that allow us to come in and stream ball games, and be on the lookout this summer for the football schedule coming up. And like you said, next basketball season will be here before you know it. We're looking for another schedule of games that will bring excitement to all fans across Northeast Arkansas. So for Alex and Ethan, for Doc and all the people behind the scenes, we want to say thank you again to everyone in Northeast Arkansas that allows us to bring great basketball to you with the high school game of the week here on Suncom Media. So until next season, we'll see you in a gym somewhere.